Good morning from Savannah, Georgia. Abby and I decided to drive up this morning. We're going to spend the night here. I'm just going to film our entire trip here. Going to film some filming locations of a movie that I love. And you're going to tag along with us.
Yeah.
Now. Let's take a closer look. All right, made it down into the historic district here. And we're going to eat lunch here at the Little Duck Diner. And then after that, I'm going to show you guys a filming location from a fantastic film called CBGB's. Lunch was fantastic, but now we are about to go back to the 70s. New York in the 1970s. We're straight ahead. They filmed the movie CBGB's, starring Alan Rickman. And right here is a behind the scenes photo. You can see everybody set up. The number 51 to the left, that's for the club 51 Degrees. Across the street, Madame Butterfly was a national leather and shoe place, and then you had CBGB's in the middle. And the cool thing about this is, after all these years and everything, that little place in the building can still be seen. And I thought that was like made for the movie, and it wasn't. Because now I'm going to go over to another shot that was taken. Basically, you got to line it up like this. There it is. Is that not cool? That was CBGB's. Now it's the Tiki Bar, ironically. I wish it was CBGB's. I wish they would have left the CBGB overhang. There's a close-up shot of them when they were standing out front. You can see all the graffiti that was in front of the building. And right about here is the shot. You can see the Ramones walking down the sidewalk there. You can see CBGB's behind them, the Palace Motel, and the National, which is now Madame Butterfly's. It's a steakhouse, which is right next to Paula Deen's restaurant right here. And they're building something right across. It's going to have some music. The Nickel and Oak Lounge here is going to be here. So there's going to be music. Multi-genre music video. That's what it says. I don't think it'll be anything like it was in the film CBGB's. There was another behind the scenes shot that I kind of wanted to get. They were kind of standing over here, but maybe with the wide angle lens I can kind of manipulate it. And you can see the stagehand there, and you can see the set, the police car, behind the scenes of them filming Alan Rickman standing right there in front of CBGB's, and the camera crew across the street. If you look to the left of CBGB's, you see that lighthouse, like that light pole. They have those in my neighborhood, but in a lot of films they put them in. I don't know why, but in the movie world, those are in almost every single movie, those exact same lights. This light right here can be seen in the movie, right next to CBGB obviously, but it's different. Now, I think the last time I was here, the light was the same as in the film. But like I said, this is a Tiki Bar now. I don't think they filmed inside here. But right here was the hotel sign. It's been removed. That was literally for the movie. And I don't think this was in the film. I think they removed this. Because I'm looking at the photo right now. I see the two gutters here, which are different than they were in the movie. And this was brick and everything. Maybe they just built it in front. I bet you that's what they did. I bet they built a brick facade that came down here. That's exactly what they did, because this wall is not brick, and I can see where it ends. So they built an extension down for the film. That's really cool, because the awning came out a good chunk. I'm just guessing. If anybody knows they worked on the film or anything, how do you hide that or just remove it for filming? You know, how does that work? But this is CBGB. I'm gonna walk inside either way and see if it's anything like it was in the film, or if they did film in this place. Let's go check it out. Okay, wow, they did not film in here, because when you walk in, it goes upstairs to a tiki bar, and then right next door is the bamboo room, tiki bar on the second floor. In here. So yeah, they did not film inside here, unless they've just completely added this, which I doubt. This is old. Yeah, this is Sorry Charlie's in the bamboo room. So there's no way they could have, because that's an elevator. Isn't that wild, Abby? Movie magic. And I'm waiting for Hilly Crystal to walk up and be like, "If you play loud, I'm going outside." That was the worst Alan Rickman.
You did. Could have sworn you were him.
No, not at all. Alan Rickman. Yeah, that guy is a... Welcome to CBGB's, Mr. Potter. Whoa, there's a step there. Also in the film, Sorry Charlie's was here, the sign. They just removed the fish, and it looked a little different. It was a little older. I think they put in a brand new sign after that. But yeah, one last look at the facade of New York in the 70s, CBGB's. So cool. A lot of action happened right out here in front. They did cut to some scenes that were shot in New York City too. And when I found out they filmed it here, I was like, well, I have to see this. All right, let's continue our day here in Savannah. This is crazy. This is lyricist and composer John Mercer, most famous, known for Moon River. Little statue they have of him out here. That's really cool. And there's some celebrity names down here. I wouldn't say celebrity, but yeah, you know, Paula Deen, celebrity. Friends of Johnny Mercer. Johnny Mercer on there. Susie Chisholm was the sculptor in 2009. That's really cool. And there's a gentleman behind me over here playing the guitar. We're gonna walk down this little street. This is a really cool advertisement for the Prohibition Museum. That's right down the street there. The Model A here, modified for moonshining. And there's a fella in there. Can't see him. There he is. Got some jars in there. There we go, some more stuff in the back. I love Savannah. This is insane. It's so nice down here. Some places you can find are just really quiet. Some not. We're actually heading over to the trolley. We bought the tickets and we're gonna hop on the trolley. But you have to cut through some of the squares they have. We're not far from the one from Forrest Gump. This place is closed, but I love the sign here, the Darling Oyster Bar. That is really cool. I'm a sucker for signs like that. And it's neon, lights up. Right outside of a SCAD, School of Art and Design. And inside this building, there's a big boy, the SCAD big boy. Last big boy I ate at was in Burbank.
And Savannah, Georgia was known as Yamacraw Bluff before we renamed Savannah, Georgia. Now the chief of the Yamacraw Indians, his name was Tamachichi. Mr. Tamachichi and James Cookworth, however, that
First
congregation
African
started in 1788,
Baptist
but it
Church.
wasn't completed until 1853. Now it took them 10 years to build this church because it had to be built at night by candlelight because there was not any electricity at that time.
Wow.
And this church was also built by the hands of the slaves of the Brampton Plantation. They would walk here 8 miles a day from Garden City, where the plantation was located, to come into the historic district to work on that church. Now, this home was built by an architect from Bath, England. His name was William J. And he built this home for Alexander Telfair. He was the son of Edward Telfair. This home was completed in 1819. But Mr. Alexander Telfair, however, did not live to see the completion of this home. And upon his passing, he gave it to his sister Mary. Now, Miss Mary Telfair was a woman of stipulation. That movie is called
Forrest Gump.
You guys
right
are
there.
correct. It is Forrest Gump.
Chippewa Square. That's where he's at.
Now, as we turn into Orland Square, in the middle, you will see our German Memorial Fountain. This fountain was placed in the right
There it
here
is, the
beside-
dolphin
behind the street sign, you'll see
down.
at
It's
the
made
bottom
to
of the
wash away evil spirits.
British telephone booth. This is the Six Pence Pub. The Six Pence Pub is the third oldest English pub in the city of Savannah. And this pub featured in a movie called Something to Talk About.
Something to Talk
Julia
About.
Roberts unfortunately aged 7
Leah
years
Roberts.
and saw her lover having dinner with another.
Julia Roberts.
I would say they were eating and cheating. This is the home where Mr. Jim Williams had an incident with his friend. Now that incident with Mr. Jim Williams and his friend happened in the first floor, second window to your left. Now you can tour this home, but they only open up different parts of the home on certain days because Mr. Jim Williams' niece actually resides in the home today in 2025. Now Mr. Jim Williams went to court for that incident with his friend, and the fourth time that he appeared in court, unfortunately, he was acquitted for that incident. In 1924 in the United States. So we aired as the first radio station in 1924 in the United States as a whole, and then we became the first television station in the United States in 1954 as a whole. Now everybody on the right side of the trolley, if you didn't catch it, when we turned left onto Abercorn, once I make this left-hand turn, you guys can look up and you'll get a better view of that WTOC radio tower. The base of the trunk is
400 years
150
old.
feet all the way around. It is 54 feet tall and the branches spread out to 126 feet wide. Now when Mr. James Oglethorpe first arrived here, this tree was the first landmark that he used when he arrived in our city. Next to Miss Flannery O'Connor, we have the Hamilton Turner Inn.
This inspired the Haunted Mansion. Did a whole video on this last time.
The Hamilton Turner Inn was built for Mr. Samuel Hamilton. He was a successful merchant here in our city, and this home was built in 1873. Now, this home is also the first home to have electricity. This was the first home to have electricity, and this home had electricity 6 years before the White House. Now, when the people in the city of Savannah did not have anything to do, they would stand over here in Lafayette Square, wait for them to turn on the lights in the Hamilton Turner Inn, in hopes that the house would either blow up or catch fire because they had never seen electricity in their lives. And,
That's
but
funny.
unfortunately, the house never blew up and it never caught fire. So the people in the city of Savannah had to go and hang somewhere else. They ought to get off and tour the church, but I think they're having a wedding or something like that, so you won't be able to tour it until all of that is over. But if you guys aren't leaving anytime today or tomorrow, please make sure you come back and visit this church, because it is very beautiful on the inside. Stop number 10 is our Lucas Theater stop. We also have Vernon Square. We have the Old Pink House Tavern, which is the Old Pink House Tavern is the oldest existing building inside of Vernon Square. To the right of us, this old subway, this was Krusty Krab when they filmed the movie SpongeBob, Sponge Out of
That was a
Water.
Krusty Krab.
Across
Cold
from the Krusty
Wars.
Krab, we have the Gin Library, which is now owned by SCAD. But this building was our first DVD department store, and it was also the business.
Well, are they showing the Searchers like John
Coming in
Wayne?
to stop number 10, please remain seated.
Sure
Our
is,
trolley
yeah,
in
John
motion
Wayne,
until
the
I
Searchers.
come to the stop and the doors have
Wow.
opened. Also, as you guys exit, check around your area.
That's
gather your
crazy.
personal belongings, hold on to
In this
those
theater here.
handrails, and watch out for that
See if I
last
can
step
show
on
you,
the way
yeah.
down.
The Lucas Theater. We're going right down
So they would take
to the
these
bottom, all the way down to the
back
river.
of the ships that would come in
This
as
was
the
used in a,
docks are transporting goods.
A film that no one's going to mention on any of these tours, called City of the Dead. It's right down here. I did the locations for that. And these historic steps right here are no joke. Those are so steep. Yeah, right here, this was used in the movie.
Now these bridges were known as
Right down there. There's a staircase down there to the right that was used in the movie City of the Living Dead. City of the Living Dead, that's what it is. I hope I said that earlier. There it is, 1996 Summer Olympic Games.
Savannah was the only city with a body of water at that time, so they used us for the yachting and the canoeing sites of those Olympic Games.
This is the cemetery they have here. I did a full video, I believe, last time I was here of this place. Very calming. A lot of people come and hang out here. I did find out last time, Colonial Park, when they were burying folks, they kind of didn't just stop right here where this gate is. They kind of continued out in the street. Now we did a after hours ghost tour last time we were in Savannah, and they talked about over here being the dueling area where, you guessed it, they would duel. You know, line up back to back and march. And over here is an epitaph to James Wilde, dwelling particularly of the tragic affair of honoring fault January 16, 1815. Richard Henry Wilde, he was a poet, and he had a unfinished poem, and this was the opening, and that's all that was left. My life is like the summer rose that opens to the morning sky, but where the shades of evening close is scattered on the ground to die. The tour guide we had also had a photo that was taken around this area, and there was a gentleman in full get-up holding a gun walking in that direction right over there, and there was no one out here dressed like that day. It was really wild. I got to see it. This one also very insane. Georgia's first newspaper publisher and printer, James Johnson. Now I'm not sure who this is. Samuel Cleghorn, 1845. This is the family tomb. I believe there's three different bodies in this one tomb. I believe it goes down. I believe everything's down here. This is all open. I believe somewhere before it's like sealed, you can like walk down, because I was told too that soldiers would hide out here at night when it was really cold, and they would sneak in to these tombs. Do you remember that? What? They said like the soldiers would like break in to these tombs
because they were a place to get out
warm
from the cold.
Yeah, to get warm.
Forgot about that.
Yep. When you're that cold. Hey, look at these trees. Magnolia. But I found this very interesting last time I was here. These tombstones come back, and they're just placed along the wall. I mean, unreal. 1810, and the moss and the way they age. There's some elaborate ones too. Did you see this one, Abby? It's one side's broken, but I like the way it looks. And this one with the fountain, like the tree, the hanging tree on it. Some of these don't even look at that. 1819, but that looks so like brand new, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one's cool. It continues all the way down this wall. Even behind this tree here. And then there's one on the ground here. Yeah, this one. I remember this last time. The skull crossbone. That is insane. Yeah, it goes all the way back behind this tree. That's really cool. Cannot make anything out except for 1813. Right there, this life. Started this life on the something, and then I think this is January. Could be February. January, I'm thinking. 1813. Abby, I can almost compare this to like how Hollywood Forever Cemetery backs up to Paramount.
Oh yeah.
And like that's like the studio. And there's like Hollywood royalty like buried right outside, always in the shadow of the studio. But that's not the case here. I believe this is the building that was the old jail. Those were old jail like cells, and now it's owned by SCAD. That's the old jail cells. You can see them on the other side. It's like this red brick and everything. I believe that's what that is. Could be wrong. Nonetheless, that is a beautiful building. I love this cemetery. It's nice, it's peaceful. A lot of people enjoy it too. A lot of people walk around here. I think we might walk over to this this steeple over here, this chapel. I want to see what that looks like. They were doing a wedding earlier, but I'd like to go see it. Is that the one they were doing the wedding at?
The oldest Catholic
church here.
The state.
In the state?
Not only Savannah, but in the state. Yeah.
Wow.
I paid attention.
You paid attention on the trolley. I did too. I was like paying attention to all the locations of the movies and stuff. I know they film a lot here.
It's a lot of information she was giving.
Forgot about SpongeBob.
I did too.
I know.
Yeah.
Now also on the tour we were told, our trolley tour we just got off, we were told these tabletop tombs right here, people would actually come and have dinner with their loved ones. That is pretty crazy. I believe this is Mayor John Berrien. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that completely wrong. But I saw people down in the squares making these. I guess they bring them here and leave them. The Graham Vault. Here rested for 114 years the remains of Major General Nathaniel Greene. Born in Rhode Island, August 7th, 1742. Died Mulberry Grove, Georgia, June 19th, 1786. His remains and those of his eldest son, George Washington Greene, now lie under the monument in Johnson Square, this city. I believe this is him, and maybe that is his son, George. Wow. Is this a plaque for him? Yeah. These are pretty crazy too. You know, the way they hump over. What hump? Yeah, the way you can see how they got in is through here. You can tell the way they put the bricks back in on this one as well. And I believe there are stairs that go down a few steps. Yeah, we're gonna walk over here to this church and see what it looks like on the front steps. Yeah, wow, this is very nice. Very, very nice. They're not doing tours right now because there's a wedding happening, but walking up here is quite the view. We'll see what we can show. I don't want to. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow. Walk around front too. Yeah, there's a wedding happening right now, but this is quite the sight. Wow. Did show this on the tour. They talked about how this was the first house in Savannah to have electricity. It's also big inspiration for the Haunted Mansion. And I did a video on that last time I was here, but I've come to a conclusion that I'm pretty sure it's the Haunted Mansion out at Disneyland Paris, Phantom Manor. It has that vibe, but how cool is that? The color, everything. This is the Hamilton Turner, I believe. Yep. Hamilton Turner Inn, 1873. Totally see some Haunted Mansion vibes here. Okay, there's two old cars going. I wonder if they're going to the wedding. So cool. Two of them just pulled up back to back. I wonder if we'll see another one. We are walking to our hotel to check in, but right here is where Forrest Gump was filmed. Chippewa Square, the backdrop for one Forrest Gump. Oh, the wedding's over here now. So I wanted to show this up close. It's supposed to wash away evil spirits and all that. Further outside of the historic district of Savannah, Abby and I drove down here because a little over a year ago, I believe, or 2 years ago, I did the Halloween Ends filming locations. I think I was like the first to do like a complete for the most part. This is the bridge. You can see the CLRR. They're doing a major construction on this road, so you can't drive it, but this is it. This is where Corey Cunningham was driving by, and right down there is where this was taken. Love lives today, evil dies tonight. I love that. Corey was riding his bike right down here. We're supposed to be in Haddonfield. Can you believe it? And here's the radio station WURG from Halloween Ends. Last time I did locations, I pointed out that the tower was superimposed behind it. But yeah, this is it. It's turning into the laundry diner. So Halloween fans will be able to come inside and eat inside the WURG radio station, Haddonfield's radio station. That's what we'll do next time we're in town. And this is the house that belonged to Laurie Strode. And Halloween Ends right here. Oh, they're walking out of their house. Yeah, this was Laurie Strode's house. Just talked to the owner. Really nice guy. He came out and told us they built this exact house on a set. But they did film some things in his house and some things on a set. Like the kitchen scene was on a set. But he said that her office is actually their bedroom. Very, very cool. It was very nice. That window right up there. I love that that's the window of Laurie. So cool. View from the hotel we're staying in. There's the bridge over there and the waterfront area straight ahead. Like seriously, we made it back over to the staircase. I'm looking straight ahead at the staircase. This is it. It's not like an exaggeration. It's straight down. Straight down. I should hold on with my left hand, put my hand on this railing. Are you good, Abby?
Oh, I'm good.
This is pretty gnarly. And people do this after drinking alcoholic beverages. I don't know how they do it. Look at that. That is straight up the side. Wild. Yeah, right here you can see the little boy. Sorry about the glare, but he was running down this staircase. Right here, this is City of the Living Dead, by the way, 1980. And then he runs up the street. You can see the overpass right there. And he's like running up the bricks, the stone. Look at that. It was right over there. And the guy jumps off of yeah, it's scary. Scary scene. But the kid runs up here and is looking over that bridge right there. That's pretty wild. No one has really seen this movie. Inside the pirate's house, given some history. This is the oldest house in Georgia. I was reading the haunted stories here, and we are inside the captain's room, and they say in here that there was a person who ate here and didn't believe that this was haunted, and they put a dessert down in front of him, and the pie flew off the plate and smashed against the wall. Another family came here and they took a picture outside of this place, so when they developed it, 2 cloudy images appeared. How cool is that? We are eating in the pirate's room. We're in here. This is it. Kind of cool. I don't want any of my food to go smash against the wall though, Mr. Friendly Ghost. And we both got the honey pecan fried chicken with vegetables and sweet potato, mashed sweet potato. I'm so excited to try this. I tell you what, that was really, really good. And on the inside, they do have a pirate that will walk you around and give you a tour. We got to eat in the captain's quarters, which was really cool. Was the captain's quarters? Yeah, it was really cool. It was this room right here, the main room. When you go in, ask for that one, because that's like one of the most haunted rooms in the whole place. But we're gonna walk around this evening. We've been walking around all day.
Yeah, got our steps in.
We did. But yeah, I highly recommend this place. If I can show the sign there and give them a good plug. Don't take my word for it. It's just been here. Older than anything else in Georgia. First in Georgia. And we were back at the church that had the wedding earlier. Just wanted to see it at night. It's very nice. But I think we've had a fun-filled day here in Savannah. Tomorrow's another day. But I think I had a fun-filled day here in Savannah. Tomorrow's a new day. And we'll see you on the next adventure where we find out why the rum is gone at the Pirate House.
Yeah.
Until then, stay weird. Bye.